Okay, so let's talk about your pipeline for a second. Because if you're like most businesses I talk to and work with, you're probably committing some of the 7 deadly pipeline sins. All right, and these sins, they're silently killing your sales. All right, so let's do this quick assessment. All right, real quick. My name is David Classer, aka Pipeline Poppy, and yes, people do call me that. I've helped 82 businesses across 21 different industries build lead engagement systems that bring in leads, nurture prospects, and help close deals without relying on any luck or hope. All right, so if your pipeline is dry or struggling to close deals, I guarantee that you're committing at least 1 to 2 to 3 of these sins. Okay, so let's dive in. All right, pipeline sin number 1 is relying solely on referrals. You see, referrals are great. They're warm, they convert well, and they feel pretty easy, right? 1 month, they're flowing, and the next, crickets. And that's why I don't like it, because it's very unpredictable. You can't control referrals, and a pipeline you can't control is a pipeline that you can't grow. So relying on referrals puts your business on someone else's schedule. And that happens so often because when referrals stop, when networks dry up, the pipeline dries up. You're left scrambling and hoping that leads appear. The businesses that thrive don't play this game. They build systems that bring in leads every day, nurture them, and close deals, all right, on their terms. So if you're doing that, we need to address that. Don't rely on referrals. Sin number 2 is not building an email list, okay? If you're not building and using an email list, you're leaving money on the table, all right? Social media is rented land, and you don't own it. That's the biggest point here. But your email list, you own all that property. Your email list is how you nurture leads, build trust, and stay top of mind every single week or bi-weekly or every month, right? If you're not emailing your list consistently with valuable content, your prospects will forget about you, guaranteed, okay? Your prospects are very busy. They don't even remember what they had for lunch the day before, right? So they're not gonna remember you. Here's the reality. Your prospects buy when they're ready to buy. If you're not showing up in their inbox with consistent value, someone else will. I always say, show me the size of your email list and I'll show you the health of your business. All right, so build an email list. It's very important. You probably went to a couple trade shows, events, you have old emails that people responded warmly to you. Just name and claim it. Say, I have 20 people on my email list, and build it from there. All right, pipeline sin number 3 is offering the wrong bait. Most businesses get this one very wrong. They ask for the sale or a meeting way too soon. It's like proposing on the first date. And if you do that, yeah, your likelihood of actually getting married is so low, right? It's awkward, it's rushed, and it's a guaranteed way to scare people off and burn leads. So the truth is 97% of your audience is not ready to buy right now. 3 to 5% max are ready to buy. Most of them are in what's called the problem aware stage. They know that they have an issue, but are not sure if it's a big enough issue to get solved yet, or if you're the one to solve it, right? Or how it works. And there's so many questions in their head. So instead of pushing for a meeting or a sale, you need to offer smaller yeses, like a free checklist, a downloadable guide, a quiz, a webinar assessment, things like that. This aligns with where they're at in the buyer journey and builds trust. Offering the wrong bait doesn't waste opportunities, or it doesn't just waste opportunities, it burns leads and damages your brand and credibility. So make sure you offer the right bait, okay? Pipeline sin number 4, not having pre and post call flows and automations. This is where a lot of brands, they don't have this, and it's crazy. They're dropping the ball. When a lead books a call, when you finally get a call, and you just wait there, you wait until the day of the call to meet them, it's a big problem because time is not your friend. From the moment they book a call, doubts start creeping in. They ask themselves like, do I really need this? Or what if they can't solve my problem? Maybe I should cancel. The longer that gap is, the louder like the doubts get, okay? Buyers are irrational people. We are irrational human beings. We do stuff to harm ourselves, okay? So they second guess them all the time and talk themselves out of their own problems. All right. This gap is costing you more than you think. If you book 10 calls a month, okay, and you're only closing 2, you're losing 80% of your opportunities. That's lots of money on the table, potentially millions of dollars gone depending on what you sell. All right. So pre-call flows and automations build trust and excitement. Send your leads and materials before the call and after a call, like a case study or a guide or some sort of agenda or, I don't know, some story, right? Show them you are ready to solve their problem. You've done it before, even before they meet, right? Time is not your friend here. So make sure you have pre and post call automations or sequences. All right, pipeline sin number 5 is rushing the sale instead of nurturing your leads. All right, your leads, most of them are not ready to buy right now after like they raised their hand. Maybe they have downloaded some guide or you got them to raise their hand and say, yes, I want a Loom video or something. They've expressed some sort of interest, either in person at a trade show or a networking event or whatever, right? And a lot of times they just ghost you, right? That's because they're not necessarily ready to buy. Don't pounce on them, right? They need to build trust with you and you need to build trust with them, all right? Without trust, there is no deal. All right, most businesses rush this process. They push for the sale too fast and then end up scarring leads and burning them, right? So the relationship dies here even before it starts, right? So instead, give them more things to do, to engage with, right? Focus on nurturing. Continue to provide tips and insights and proof that you understand their problems, right? Offer them another lead magnet or a lead generator, an assessment or a webinar. Like get them to do a couple steps because that showcase buying signals and intent and where they're at. If they're ready to buy from you, they'll come to you, right? But if they're not, that means they're not ready to buy. So make it feel natural for the sale to happen, right? Offer them more ways to engage that are low commitment engagement mechanisms. All right, 2 more. Pipeline sin number 6, not training or using sales scripts. So I have a question. Have you ever gotten hit with an objection? Like, I'll think about it, or we don't have the budget or something. Like even though you've booked a sales call and you're already done sales call number 1 or number 2, or maybe you're like, you get responses like, this is sounds great, but it's not the right time after they learn, right? If you freeze up or you wing it in those moments, you're leaving money on the table because you don't know how to handle objections during these conversations. These are just signals that the lead needs more clarity oftentimes when objections happen, right? And so if you're not prepared with confident, practical responses, the opportunity slips through your fingers, right? Sales scripts are not cheesy. They're absolutely necessary, all right? When you give yourself a structured way to respond and you arm yourself with confident ways to handle objections like a pro, you're making more money and you can move deals down the pipeline, right? Move sales conversations forward. So make sure you have sales scripts for the first touch when you're going through discovery calls all the way to closing a deal. You're going to believe in yourself way more when you have something just structured in your mind that it's like, what's my birthday? Well, August 1st, 1994, right? It's like boom, boom, right off the head, right off the dome. All right, so the last one, pipeline sin number 7, is you have no clear sales presentation, okay? So let's address something I hear all the time. Sales presentations feel too formal, or worse, I don't need a presentation, I'll just wing it, right? People don't like sales presentations. That couldn't be farther from the truth. A simple 1 to 3 page slide deck isn't about being formal or being boring. It's about guiding the conversation, setting up whatever sales conversation you have, whether it be the first sales conversation or the last sales conversation. It keeps you in control and helps you like a script, right? Without a clear framework, you're relying on luck, just off the dome, right? And you don't want to do that. You're hoping for the prospect to understand your offer, remember your key points, and feel confident enough to say yes. Again, hope is not a strategy. A good sales presentation ensures you frame up the conversation, highlight their main pain points, and positions yourself as the clear choice. So you want to share things like your point of view on the market and where the prospect's options are to get their job done, right? If you're not framing this up, you're not allowing for them to say yes to your purchase criteria down the road, all right? So make sure you create a sales presentation. So the question is, are you committing these pipeline sends? If so, I want to help you fix it. I'm offering limited offer here, okay? A free no BS pipeline growth audit. And I only do it a couple of times per quarter because I only have so much time. I want to help you turn things around. Here's how it works. I'll research your company and learn what it is about what you do, what you sell, right? Then I'll build out sales content that I would send, right? I'll actually build out some sales content for you. And then I'll show you the 3 action steps to help you get your pipeline filled using that content that I create for you. All right. So again, I don't do many of these. My time is limited, so I'm picky about who I work with too. So you might want to get this requested right now. If not, it'll be denied. I only have so many slots. This is only for people who are really serious about filling pipeline and closing more deals. So this is your chance right now. Click the link below and I'll help you build a pipeline that consistently brings in leads, converts leads, and closes more deals. So I look forward to working with you. Go ahead and fill that pipeline audit out and we'll get some time scheduled. All right, thanks.